the LinkedIn work remote only filter is now live on LinkedIn.
Mm-hmm.
So if you've really enjoyed working from home and your company's now saying, hey, well, you have to come back to the office, you can go onto LinkedIn, select work remote only, and start job hunting now.
Mm-hmm.
And that is so great. Like you're seeing the swing. You know, they've called this period of time the Great Resignation. And the reason for this Great Resignation is companies are now trying to demand that people go back into the office.
Mm-hmm.
And people
Don't want to.
they don't want to because they got used to being close to home. They got used to a 6-hour workday or an 8-hour workday and being able to spend more time with family. And if you watch my last video, you will have learned the value and the money that you're losing by spending an hour to an hour and a half in the car every day, and how fast that adds up, and how you lose an entire week just in travel time.
Yes.
Now, if you're a company and you're watching this right now and you're like, I have to have my people come to the office, I have to, you don't have the right systems. There is a very easy way. There are so many tools out there right now for you to monitor what your employees are doing at home. And like my friend Nolan, okay, who works for a very large company out in California, he works remote majority of the month, and he goes to California for a week just to make sure he gets that FaceTime with those people, and he gets to, put his hands and see the project he's working on live. But the majority of the month, he's working from home.
Mm-hmm.
So if a company that large can figure it out, these smaller companies can figure it out. And you have everything from a very inexpensive tool like Trello or Monday.com all the way up through Microsoft Azure and other platforms. So there's no reason to force someone to come to the office unless you just really don't get it.
I think there's a period of training, though, that in person or having one-on-one is different than going through videos or stuff like that. Like, that's me personally. I like having that one-on-one training where I can interact and talk to people and show them things in person, as opposed to doing it through a video. Like, I remember going through video trainings when I was starting new jobs, and it was that it didn't always click watching a video like that. So, having that hands-on or doing it through screen shares even, but having that training where you can ask questions and stuff, I think is really important.
So what you're talking about, where I maybe go, hey, we can go fully remote, you're like, no, it still needs to be a bit more of a blend. So a bit more like what Nolan's situation is, where he does still go in once a month. He does still fly to California once a month and does spend a week at the company he works for. And I'm not allowed to say the company he works for. So understand, I'm not trying to be secretive or anything like that. Just Nolan works on some fun stuff, okay?
Right.
That he's like, yeah, I'm working on fun stuff. I can't tell you what it is. And I'm like, oh, so mean. So mean.
I think the blend is important. It's just different walking into an office and having that you can feel the energy. If you can't feel Nick's energy, he's got energy, okay? Like, there's a lot of it.
Yes. But if, Lindsay, you want to work remote, you can absolutely work remote.
I know I can.
and here's the thing though. Even within our agency, with our team, what gets done and what doesn't get done.
Yes.
I can see what is getting done and what is not getting done. Okay, so if you wanted to go on a trip to Hawaii for a month and work from Hawaii, you can do that.
Yes. And that's what we have. We have a blended environment.
We do.
So it's not that it can't work. It's what works for you, and having the flexibility of what works for your employees.
And I think the outcry that we're noticing with this Great Resignation is that exactly that. I want to work remote. Maybe I come into the office once a month or something like that. But but you as a company should have tools in place to know that I'm doing what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think if you have a very laissez-faire leadership, so just, I'm going to tell you this one time and just go do it. And I'm not going to monitor. Here we go. Right. Every leadership book, every management book will tell you what gets measured gets done.
Mm-hmm.
So what are you measuring? And if you're not measuring it, don't expect your employees to just know what you're thinking.
Or know what to get done.
Or know what to get done.
Because they're not in leadership. You are.
There you go. We're going to end it right there. Like, Lindsay could just like drop the mic right there and just walk out, and it would be totally good with that.